I'm like the problem solver. I'm not going to get upset. Because you know who my idol is. I don't think I've ever told you this. My idol is Kung Fu.
Oh, no, you have. Yes.
And so I try to be like Kung Fu. That when the stress is the highest level it could be,
I want to be calm.
You want me to come and calm. And I went around for a while just talking slow and soft. That even if I was getting ready to beat you up, I'm going to have a slow, calm. And then I'm going to have a saying like, as the crow flies, the bird shall fly. And then I'm going to beat you up. But because Kung Fu would always come up with a saying, and it would just lay me out. Oh, man. And then he would go to kick him butt. Yeah, and then he would be calm again.
Yeah.
So
that's your guy.
I always try to be centered. That's why you can go all those years and all those things that we went through. You can't even imagine me getting upset about something and raising my voice.
No.
Because I think parents, here's where parents fall apart. A parent should be able to make a kid more miserable than the kid can make the parent.
No question.
So, like, I remember an incident where Chris and Troy were coming downstairs and they wouldn't wash their face and clean that stuff out of their eyes.
Right.
So Toby kept saying, you guys go back upstairs and don't come downstairs. So finally, I have a theory that if you just leave boys alone, eventually
they'll figure it out.
They'll like girls.
Yeah, I was going to say girls will come into their life.
And all you have to do is just pay attention to when they start matching their clothes. That means that girls are in their life and they're going to start taking showers. Now, they might put on too much aftershave where they smell like
too much Old Spice.
Right. They might put on too much aftershave, but it's like a blossoming process.
Yeah. So
you can fight it or you can just roll with the punch. So it would make Toby so mad that I had to step in and do something about it.
Right.
So I said, I walked down there and they had all the crust in their eyes and in the side of their mouth.
Right.
So I walked down and I said, Chris, you go upstairs and you write 1,000 times. I will not come downstairs before I wash my face and hands, because moms have asked me enough times that I should do it. So I made it so that it won't fit on one sentence. So you can't say, I.
Well.
Because when I give you these issues, I'm trying to make you miserable to where you won't do it again, because I don't want to be miserable. So, and then I told Troy, I said, Troy, you go up and write it 500 times. So they were up in the room about a couple hours. So Chris comes down and he says, Pops, there's something unfair. I said, what is it? He said, I did the same thing Troy did, and I have to write 1,000 and Troy only has to write 500. I said, you got a point. I said, here's what we'll do. And this will be your call. You know how Troy goes to bed at 9:30, you get to go to bed at 10:30? He said, yeah. I said, well, you only have to write 500, but you got to start going to bed at 9:30. I said, and plus, you know how you get like $5 a week to spend and Troy only gets $2? You get $2. And I said, and then you know how you go to those dances on Friday night, and Troy can't go to dances, so then you can't go to dances either. So I'm treating you just like I treat Troy. I said, and you also realize that you write cursive and Troy can't even write cursive, so he's got to print his. I said, so let's make it fair. You do 500, Troy do 500, and you give up all those other privileges. I said,
yeah.
So because Chris was at the refrigerator, he had his legs swinging back and forth thinking about it. And because
at least he was not making a hasty decision. He's
correct.
Yeah,
because he's thinking about what he's having to give up, versus going up there and writing that extra 500. So after about 2 or 3 minutes of thinking and swinging that leg, he said, "I'll just go write my 1,000." I said, "Well, no, it's your call, right?" Because I'm thinking, all right, you think it's unfair? Let's make it fair. But at the same time, he got a lesson that I'm not going to expect you to act like Troy. I'm going to expect you to act more like Brian, because you're closer to Brian's age than you are Troy's. It was like when he first moved in, he came running into the room one day to drop his clothes down that, remember that hamper we had?
The chute. Yeah.
The chute. I said, where you going with those clothes? He said, I'm going to wash my clothes. I said, no, you have to wash your own clothes. He said, I have to wash my own clothes? I said, your little brother washes his own clothes. He's like 7 years old. He doesn't wash his own clothes. And you're 13. You know you're going to wash your own clothes. He said, but I don't know how. I said, yeah, you do. I said, I'll show you how to press those things and you'll learn how to wash your own clothes.
Right.
So,
yeah, because I remember that West Virginia fight. The same thing about the age. It's
Right.
like they had to fight, and you said, okay, so you're gonna fight Troy, who's.
And I said, so when I told Brian about it, you're gonna have to fight Brian. And Chris gave me this look like, what? Like, I said, well, because you're closer to Brian's age than you are Troy. So I said, because Brian's going to be upset that you beat up his little brother. I said, and I'm going to stay out of it. And Chris had this look like,
Oh, man.
You can't let Brian beat me up. You know? And I said, because I'm going to tell Brian, because if you think it's okay for you to beat up your younger brother, I'm going to tell Brian, and so Brian's probably going to beat you up too. And Chris was like, wait, something ain't right about that. You know? But you know, it's kind of like, I didn't want to scream at him and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
But I wanted
But you give him logic.
I wanted to give him something to think about.
Yeah, you get